Hey guys, welcome to an SKS show and tell. No, I'm not a gun expert. No, I'm not, super knowledgeable about the SKS. I've owned a couple different SKSs. I've owned AK-47s. Quick gun talk. I think my favorite kind of AKs are probably Zastava. They have a smaller AK called Zastava M92. That was one of my all-time favorite AK-47s. They have a lot of other really good AK-47s, like the GP 1975. That's a Romanian AK-47. I've owned that. The Romanian GP 1975 is a great AK-47. Um, I think if I had my choice, if you told me right now, Steve, you got to go out to war, I think I'd probably have an AK over an SKS. The SKS, in my book, is probably something I'd like more for like a sniping position or something. The SKS is just such a nice rifle. And the SKS shoots the same exact round as the AK-47, the 7.62 by 39. One reason why I got the rifle is to protect the community. When I was younger, I wanted to become a police officer. Never ended up becoming a police officer, but I did work with kids for about 5 years in group homes. And I work with mentally ill adults for like 15 years. So I have like a lot of experience with people in general. And so recently with all the active shootings, nationwide in America, there's so many active shootings. That's one of the reasons why I got myself this rifle, is because I know for a fact that I can protect the community with this rifle. If I'm driving down the road and somebody's shooting at cars, killing people, I know I can pull over and take that person out that's hurting people, that's killing people. I know that I can protect the community with this rifle. One thing that you always need to be super mindful of is your backstop. Make sure you don't take the shot unless you have a good backstop. That would be whatever behind that bullet. It's incredibly important that you keep that in mind, that you're responsible. Every bullet that comes out of this rifle, I'm responsible for. Every single bullet that comes out of this gun, I have to answer to a judge for. I could be put in prison if I'm making the wrong decisions. If I have a bad shoot, I could be put in prison. So guns are nothing to mess with, guys. Guns are nothing to take lightly. Your gun rights are very, very, very important. But this is one of the main reasons why I got this rifle, is so I can protect the community with it, so I can protect my family, so I can protect myself. No, I probably won't ever become a police officer, but I know if I'm, just like the In-N-Out Burger recent shooting, I know if I was at the In-N-Out Burger, let me shut this off. Let me shut that off. Yeah. I know if I was at the In-N-Out Burger and that shooting had gone down and I had a good backstop with this SKS rifle, I know I could have taken that shooter out. If I had a good backstop, remember the AK-47 is a very powerful round. The 7.62 by 39 is a very powerful round. That's what this SKS shoots, is the 7.62 by 39, guys. There's obviously several ways to load this SKS. You have your stripper clips. You can load it from underneath in the actual magazine. The gun has a built-in magazine right here. That's one of the things I like about this SKS rifle, guys, is I can load rounds from the bottom. I can just drop in my 7.62 by 39 right here. I could load up 10 and then shut my cover and then literally just, put the gun into battery, guys. Let's see if I can back up the gun a little bit. So this is the SKS I have, guys. It's actually really nice. It has a new body on it. This wasn't the original body. This is actually a Chinese SKS. I've owned a Yugo. I've owned a Yugo SKS before. The Yugo is a little bit different because you could put a grenade launcher on the Yugo. This one, I don't believe you can put a grenade launcher on it. I don't believe so. I could be wrong on that. This, I think, would probably take a bayonet. I bet you I could get a bayonet for this. I plan on getting a nice strap for it so I can wear it, Plan on going to the range with some friends, do some target shooting. I've always been a target shooter, guys. If you knew me the last 20 years, I've owned tons of guns. I've owned AK-47s. I've owned AR-15s. I've owned several SKSs, actually. I've owned several SKSs. Part of being a good neighbor is being mindful of your neighbors. Like, for example, I have a woman that lives next door to me. She doesn't like guns. She says that she gets scared by guns. So how do I respond to this? I actually don't shoot this gun on this property. At my house, I don't shoot this gun out of respect for my neighbor because I don't want to scare her. I don't want her to feel afraid by guns. I can protect my neighborhood with this gun. If I see someone hurting people in my neighborhood, shooting at my neighbors, trying to kill my neighbors, I know I can take that person out with this gun. I know I can rescue my neighbors with this gun. If the next house over, if I saw a home invasion going on and they had guns and weapons and were trying to hurt people, I know I could probably stop the home invasion with this type of weapon. Make sure you know what the laws of force are in your community, because you're going to have to answer to a judge for anything you do with these type of weapons. You're going to have to answer to a judge. But like I said, guys, there's all kinds of really cool things about this gun. It's got really cool sights on it. This sight right here, this iron sight, it's got like a loop on it. I don't know if you can see it. It's got like a loop on it, guys. It's actually really, really awesome. Just right out of the box with iron sights, guys. Like I said, there's several ways to load it. You can literally just drop bullets right in here, guys. You can just push them in one at a time. So I can load the SKS one at a time just by pushing it in. Or I can use my stripper clip, guys. And I noticed that it seems like with the stripper clips, you have to get them in the way they like to go in. So I could push these down, and then I'd be hot, guys. I'd be hot and ready to go. Or I can drop in the bullets from below and be hot and ready to go. You could keep this loaded in your house. I don't really like to keep my guns loaded unless I have to. I'll keep my pistol loaded. Like, for example, I have a Taurus handgun, guys. This is actually quite nice Taurus handgun. See if I could show it to you real quick. So this is my Taurus handgun, guys. It's actually quite nice. You can see that this is probably actually hot, so I, obviously got to be careful. I'm going to put it back in its holster. This is a great gun. This is a G2C. This is a Taurus G2C. That's what I usually carry for my concealed weapon while I'm out in the community. I feel a lot safer in the grocery store knowing that I could stop an active shooter with my concealed weapon. I know if I'm out in the parking lot and I see somebody killing people out in the parking lot with a gun, I could take them out with the SKS as long as I have a good backstop. I think it's probably important to communicate with the police. Let's say I was at the grocery store in the parking lot and I saw someone killing people with a rifle. Maybe I could get on the phone with state police real quick and ask them, hey, do you want me to take this shot? I can take the guy out right now. You could communicate with the police before you make a decision. They might tell me, no, Steve, we want you to stand down. So that quick phone call to state police might actually help. They might say, Steve, do you have a good backstop? Yes, I do. I have a good backstop. Okay, Steve, take the shot. Stop an active shooter right there. So you could get on the phone with 911 right now. Hey, I got this guy in my sights. You want me to take the shot? And then, you could get on the phone with a trooper and they could tell you whether they want you to take that shot or not. In the moment, you might just decide to take the shot to save people. You just have to know that you're going to be responsible for whatever happens. I believe the sights right now are set for about 100 yards. I believe it's about 100 yards. And like I said, guys, this is a Chinese SKS. I don't know a lot about these guns. Like I said, I'm no SKS expert. But these are just really clean rifles. They're fun on the range. They're fun to shoot. This is a gun I can protect my neighbors with. This is a gun I can protect the community with. I can protect myself with it. Home invasions. This would be a pretty good gun to have for a home invasion, to stop a home invasion, as long as you have a good backstop. Because you shoot this out your front door, this could go right through your neighbor's house. So you need to make sure that you have a good backstop. The 7.62x39 is an incredibly powerful round, guys. You got to have a good backstop with this type of rifle. So that's about it, guys. This is going to be my show and tell today, guys. like I said, these rifles, I guess, were built right around 1945, I believe, is when they started making SKS production. Feel free, guys, to leave in the comments. What do you think about the SKS? Do you like it better than the AK? Do you like these guns better than the AK-47? Do you like that? We'll do a quick stripper clip. I'll load a quick stripper clip. It's actually on safe right now, so I'm not super worried about it. Let's see if we can load a stripper clip real quick. See here. Here we go. And then this pulls right out, and then that's good to go, guys. And this is safe. This is the safety right here. I can pull this down. Now that's hot, guys. So push this back up, and that's on safe. You can actually drop your rounds just by pulling this back. I can pull the chamber back, guys, and just drop my rounds. There we go. See how all those rounds just came out? And then I'm going to have one still hot in the chamber. So I want to get that out by just racking the slide. All right, now the gun should be actually clear when I put the magazine back in and pull that back. Now I'm good and safe. And I have my safety engaged right here. The down position is fire, up is safe. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this video. I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Be safe out there with the SKS. It's a very dangerous gun. You got to know what to do, and you got to know how to be safe. Thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, have a good one.